Voices. Hey, everyone. Hey. All right, y'all, because you'll be seeing us looking here and looking over there because we're on both channels. So Lee.
What's up?
Okay. So yes, are we good? We good?
Yeah, I know we're good.
Okay, so look, you all. I'm Danny C. And this is where, well, you know, I'm a fitness trainer, so you'll get Shoe Fitness. And so I'm Danny C. And I have joining me, Zoe.
What's up? How you doing?
So we have some important things to talk about, you guys. And this is very important because we have to understand that we are under attack. We're under attack, and the freedmen have to stand up because our president is fighting for the 14th Amendment, and that's for us. And what these Democrats are trying to do is they're trying to hijack that and give it to the illegals. This is what they're doing. And we have to stand up, and we cannot allow the Democrats to give our 14th Amendment to illegals. Our president is fighting on this hill, and we have to stand with him because he's saying, no, that don't belong to illegals. That belong to the freedmen. That's who it belongs to, the descendants of slaves. So we have to rise up, you all, because it's like giving up our birthright. It's like we are just giving up our birthright to people who have not paid a damn to this system, to people who's not even from here, who didn't put no blood. Our ancestors died for this, you all. They put blood, sweat, and tears into this soil. And we cannot allow somebody foreign us to come and hijack that amendment that was for the descendants of slaves. So that's where we at right now. That's what we wanted to talk about, because we have to let the Supreme Court know that no, that amendment, the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment was for the descendants of slaves, and you all are not going to give that to any illegals. You're not going, and we're not going to allow it. So we're asking that we have to stand up. This is for America as well. America, and especially the freedmen, because those amendments were specifically for us. And the 14th Amendment is who the Democrat Party is really challenging the Trump administration on the birthright citizens and things like that for illegal aliens.
Yeah.
So, Zoe, you want to talk about?
It's just like this, like the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. That's really our civil rights amendment. Like, y'all crashing out about the Civil Rights Act, but that's nothing compared to our 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. And the Democratic Party is fighting against it for the freedmen, and the freedmen gives the Democrats the most votes. Like, they don't care for us to know our history. They literally are helping erasing our history. Like, they don't, like, we got no representation over there. We got no leadership over there. We have no allies over there. Because if we had allies, we would never have gotten to the point that we have nothing. We have nothing to our name. Like, they're literally the only thing that we have left that's our history, and it's in the Constitution. The supreme law of the land is our 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. Like, we have to fight. Like, and the fight is not like, because I know a lot of y'all lazy, and that's the problem. But it's not even like a hard fight. It's literally, we need to go to DC. Like, we need to go to DC. We need to, July 3rd, we need to be at that Supreme Court, and we need to protest. That's our 14th Amendment. That's ours. Like, that's our 14th Amendment. we have yet to even cash out on our 14th Amendment. They cash it out on an amendment that's not even theirs. That's ours. So, like, we need to be there. Then July 4th, we need to have a Freedman homecoming. And I feel like a Freedman homecoming is like tailgating at the White House. Like, I'm not protesting against Trump. I'm with Trump. I want him to understand that we're there. And my thing is, as many of these paid Palestine protesters going around, they done hijacked the whole George Floyd thing. Now it's Palestine. They overlooking us. And the problem is, the reason why they're overlooking us because we're not standing up. We're not standing up. We're not doing nothing. All we're doing is being obsessed with Trump that's not doing nothing. Trump ain't doing nothing compared to what this Democratic Party has done to us. Like, they legit are the devils. Like, they was on some fucking what's
erasing us.
Erasing us, but
replacing.
Yeah.
Replacing.
They killed all the people during COVID, all Americans during COVID to replace us. Like, y'all depopulated us through COVID, killed serial grandparent killer, traumatized our kids, couldn't go to their senior proms, couldn't go to their graduations. Like, how dare these people continue to even still be around?
Exactly. And I keep telling you all, we have to stand up and fight. They try to erase us. They try to replace us. And they're people who don't have rights are benefiting from the rights that we have. Now, they don't have, I keep telling you all, when you cross this border illegally, you have therefore committed a crime, and you're not even in this country legally. So all the rights that we as Americans have, you don't have. Right. And they're giving these people our rights. I mean, President Trump has fought to say that the 14th Amendment is for the descendants of slaves. And they are, the Democrat Party are saying no, therefore illegal aliens. So we have to fight, we have to stand up as the descendants of slaves, the freedmen, and we have to go and let our voice be heard and let them know, the Supreme Court, because they're ruling on this, we have to let them know that we stand with our president. We stand as freedmen with our president. We will not allow anyone to take our rights from us. Those amendments were designed for us, the descendants of slaves. And how dare you even dare try to give that to people who don't even belong in this country anyway? So we have to rise up and let our voices be heard, because if we rise up, then they have to listen to us, because that amendment was for us. So the very people that amendment was for, we have to rise up and let our voice be heard. Just like the LGBTQ voices, the trans, they letting their voices be heard. Illegals protesting in the streets about ICE. The Palestine, they not even you in America, why you protest? Go to Palestine protest. But everybody's voice is being heard and loud, and we just sitting back, just let everybody take our rights and do everything they want to us.
They're fighting for everything that we as American citizens on the conservative side and common sense side and family side and biblical side against. We don't want sexual, like at a certain age, they used to have sex ed, in the 11th grade. And even in the 11th grade, it still wasn't like extreme. Like this, it was the basics, because at the end of the day, you're about to be grown. So pretty much y'all already looked on your own to explore. You don't have to push this stuff in our schools at our young age when you know their brain is developing. They're doing it on purpose. They're fighting against children of genders, the different genders going into a different gender bathroom because a person identifies. I identify as a lot of things sometimes. It doesn't matter, but at the end of the day, I am what I am. Like that's just it's science. This is not hard. It's two genders. It's always been two genders. Like there's a lot of things that we turn into space. Like out of space. Like we out of space. Everything is all messed up. The politics messed up. The schools messed up. We're in lazy culture. We're in weird social media culture. You know, y'all don't spend time with y'all kids. Y'all literally don't have any type of family orientation or oriented goals. Like y'all don't care about these kids at all. Like y'all choosing brunches and cliques and festivals and everything else instead of quality time with your kids. Like my mother took me to all of these things. Like my mother taught me at an early age. I was at the business. Yeah, I was at these business meetings. I was at these business dinners. Yeah, you know, had my little Shirley Temple over to the side, coloring. My mother had some there, but I was there, and that's why I'm like, this is serious. Y'all don't care about yourselves, and it shows every time y'all say anything negative about Trump. When our local government, for sure, Chicago, is detrimental. Cook County, the city of Harvey mayor, this dude, he got a whole not only is he the corrupt mayor out there, but he got a podcast talking about celebrity lawsuits about like you out there breaking every law out there as a politician, but you got the nerve to be a lawyer, doctor lawyer on YouTube. Like this is our representation. Like this is like sick, and it's black people. It's black people. Like it's not no white people. Like this is black people. Like the people who are selling out Chicago is niggas. Black. Like this is crazy. Like crazy that y'all is really. Y'all don't care. Like y'all don't care about our history. Like if we lose, like if when I say lose, like if they do not make sure, and we don't make sure that it's a clear distinction when it comes to that 14th Amendment, when it comes to us, and y'all hopeless. Y'all hopeless y'all hopeless. Like. You educated fools. You educated bums. You a bum for real if you let this 14th Amendment turn into some shit for some illegals. That means we ain't no black and brown. They came over. The Democratic Party put them specifically in our neighborhoods. They specifically dumped them in our neighborhoods, the affluent neighborhoods at that. Black neighborhoods, communities, the Hyde Parks, the Bronzevilles, the Kenwood, the Washington Park. But they didn't put them in Lincoln Park. They got them out of Streeterville after 2 years. They don't got them in River North, River East. They barely in the sanctuary city alderman wards. They voted for sanctuary city and voted for all this money. But they ain't the black ones. They ain't the black ones. But with these Hispanics, the Hispanic KKK, nah. And the nerve of Andre Best was to say, "Well, I'm getting a shelter." Yeah, you getting your shelter. You're getting your own shelter franchise.
Yeah,
because that's what it is. You finally asked for one.
Because you get the money.
Yeah, you get the money.
You get the money. That's another way to get you that money. Right. That's exactly what it is. And I'm with Zoe. If you all let them do this and take this 14th Amendment from us and give it to the illegals, then it's a shame on us. It's shame on us. We deserve everything we get.
Right. You can't blame this on Trump either, because Trump literally has been talking for since he got in office about this about this amendment being the descendants of enslaved. Like he's been talking about this. Him and a few other Republicans on that hill have been down there arguing about it. Like, I don't understand why July 3rd we ain't gonna be in DC.
Yeah, so we're going to could you tell them a little bit about what, like the dates and what we plan on having in DC for so we just let you all know why we are having the rally. The rally is to protest the Supreme Court, not really protest, but show and let the Supreme Court know that that amendment is for us, and we are standing up for ourselves to let
the freedmen community.
Yeah.
We recognize those 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment. We understand how we got those 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment. And those are historical, and that is a part of our history, that we're part of law, and that it should never, ever, ever be considered or thought about that that the legals can come over here on a scam, and continue to get all the benefits that the freedmen have not gotten yet. Like that, honestly, that's the reparation. To be real honest, like the lawsuit is the reparation for them violating our due process, which is the 14th Amendment. And you're violating these sanctuary city, these laws, prioritizing illegal immigrants when when Black America, freedmen Americans are dealing with a hardship. That is a lawsuit. Like, I don't understand and you don't need a lawyer for this. Like, you literally do not need a lawyer for this. Like we literally can have Zoom class. Like, we can, this is reprocess. Like we need to be jamming up the court system. We need to be jamming up the court system with lawsuits. I mean, they're violating every American's due process.
Right, while telling illegals telling Trump that he's violating the illegal aliens due process. Even the criminals who had due process, who were told they came over here illegally, they were supposed to be deported back, and they came back, and now you got Democrats even crying that they need more due process while violating our due process.
Right.
This is where we're at right now. And we have a president who's fighting for us. And we have to stand with him to let the Supreme Court know and let any other judge know that we're not playing. You are not going to keep giving us the short end of the stick. And while letting people who I keep saying who broke the law to get here, while getting them and fighting for them while violating our rights and our constitutional rights.
Protection. We're not being equally protected.
Right.
We're not being equal. I mean, we are honestly there's nothing else what do we have to lose? They literally are committing crimes, all types of crimes, fraud, war crimes. I mean, medical malpractice. I mean, come on now. Like, who do we sue for the COVID?
Exactly.
Who World Health? Who?
We have to, you all, we have to stand up for ourselves. Nobody is going to do it. We have to do it because we're the only ones who can really do this. Because
we can stop all this. We can stop everything. I mean, pull up July 3rd. Pull that whole weekend. We're having a summit. We're going to do a comedy show. We're going to do a summit. We're going to have CFR panelists. We're going to have podcasters. We're going to have make America healthy again.
Yeah, make America healthy. I'll probably do a fitness, like a 45-minute fitness or hour. We'll have fitness class.
We're gonna have music. We're gonna have art. we are going to talk about the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, because this is the repair of, like, this is the repair. Like, y'all always talk about reparations. Y'all love talking about reparations. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, the reparation right now for us is them violating the sanctuary laws and policies.
That's a detriment.
That's a detriment to us. And they're trying to fight it on the same amendments that freed us.
Y'all, come on. It's like I really don't understand how we can, like, how we got this far off. I just really can't. It's like common sense things. You all are lacking common sense things. This shouldn't even, this is serious. Like, when I keep trying to tell you all, we're in a dire situation. We're in a dire situation. We don't have time. Everybody want to do is just do the new dance. You know, what's the new, do the dance and things like that on TikTok. All while we're we're getting ready to be out of here. Seriously. They're they brought a whole other country over here to replace and set them up in our communities, giving them free everything, giving them a leg up over us. And they're setting them up to prosper, all while setting us up for failure, like they always have done.
They don't have to speak English, but we got to speak Spanish.
Now you got these I showed it. And now they're going to block black jobs. Remember them black jobs that y'all got mad at Trump for? Now we're seeing that because we're getting a lot of emails where black citizens, black people are losing jobs. And you know, the only change in their job description, you all. So let's just say you work your job for 20, 30 years. And they tell you, hey, we're changing your job and you're no longer qualified for this job. And you say, why? And then you look at the job description. The only difference in your job is you have to be bilingual. How is it that you have to be bilingual in America where we speak English? And you're an American, an English-speaking American, losing your job, an American job, because you don't speak Spanish.
Don't speak Spanish. In America.
In America.
Now, I've been to Mexico 3 times. I have never said, shit, when I go over here, man, they better know English. Like, I know that it's going to be a language barrier. I know that I'm in their country. I know that at the end of the day, I'm not going to really expect them. I'm not going to expect to hold a whole conversation with them, you know, me to get their point. And I try to go to friendly resorts that are English friendly. Like, they have these things on there. Like, so I don't understand, why do you think you could come over here and not assimilate into our culture? And if we got an issue, but if we don't assimilate into their culture when they come over here, like, speak their languages, then we're going to lose our jobs, our livelihood for some people who came over here, who broke the law. Like, it don't make any sense.
And this is what they're doing. Like, Americans are losing jobs to foreigners because we don't speak their language.
Right.
Or we haven't, not them assimilating to our language, because for you to even have to come over here is a gift. So now you're going to be able to come over here illegally. And now we as Americans have to assimilate to your language and lose our jobs to you because we don't speak your language. Do you all see how crazy that is? So those some black jobs that Trump was warning you all about. Now we have a president who signed the executive order saying you got to speak English. And you have these sanctuary cities, Democratic ran cities that's not even upholding to that, who's still saying, you know what, you got to be bilingual. Okay, well, let's think about it. If I have to be bilingual for these jobs, then who is that isolating? That's isolating the whole community of black citizens. That's isolating the whole community of white citizens because we don't speak Spanish. So you're isolated. That's discrimination. You're not getting the equal opportunity. So because that's isolating a whole race of people, a whole of people that don't speak English. And who's that going to affect? The Black Americans and the white Americans, especially the Black Americans. Because listen, you all, think about it. Think about Black and brown. Think about brown as being, those are your competition, Black America. They're competing with your jobs. They're competing with your schooling and your schools. This is your competition. And I just want to give you think about it, because this is, you all will be able to relate to this. Think about, you got a boyfriend. Let's go there. Common sense. So I'm going to break it real down where you can understand it. You got a boyfriend. Your competition with your boyfriend, his side chick is brown. That's your competition with your boyfriend. So you just gonna let your brown just take your boyfriend? You just gonna let them you just gonna say, oh well, I can't do nothing about it. That's my competition, but oh well, I'm gonna let them get a heads up over me and just do it. That's your competition. So that's your man side chick who you compete with.
Right.
So this is what I'm just gonna break it down. So the reason why y'all gotta understand the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment is ours, especially that 14th Amendment, that's the fight right now with the Supreme Court, because the Democrats are fighting to give the 14th Amendment to illegal aliens. And President Trump is saying, no, that's not for them. That's for the freedmen. So this is what we fight. We never had a president to fight for us. We talk about like Kamala and Joe Biden fight for Black and brown, people of color, marginalized community. No, we have a president that's saying, no, that's for the descendants of slaves. Specifically for us. And if we let this go, if we just say whatever, y'all can have, if we give up our birthright like that, can't nobody say nothing. You don't get mad. We don't want to hear nothing at all.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's a lawsuit. And it's a lawsuit. It's a simple lawsuit. It's not even complicated like y'all think it is.
It's not.
And a protest, like how we protested in the 50s and the 60s, like a protest. And it does not have to be like you can have the music. It can be. We can make it fun. We can make it what we want it to be. We don't have to be out there like those are paid actors. I've been protesting, as y'all seen. I don't have that many people, but I get the message out there.
We have a nice time.
We have a nice time.
Yeah, we make it so the protests we're doing in Washington, we're gonna have a nice time, and we're just really marching it to
it's all time. Everybody's marching but freedmen America. Like, hello, we built this country. We haven't gotten our reparations. They taking all of our resources out of school. They don't care about our children. We got gatekeepers in here, and we need the feds to come here. So we just want to put everything in once. We just want to come down to DC, July 4th weekend, save our republic. And that's it, because I just don't understand. Maybe the reason why the feds have not gotten involved is because we have not asked them as a collective, as a unit. So I just feel like we should just go down there, party, you already know we bring the vibes. Freemen will always bring the vibes. Bring the vibes. We're going to bring the information. We're going to have a good time. And we're just going to be like, yeah, Trump, we with you. Supreme Court, like side with the president. Side, like, we don't even rock, like, hell, we don't even want this to be a sanctuary city. We do not care about it. DC is a sanctuary city. And to be quite honest, DC is turning into, it used to be Chocolate City, but it's vanilla frappe now. Y'all, it's getting bad everywhere. Like, I'm just trying to tell you, this ain't normal. This ain't like you. Y'all literally are competing with people who are scamming us because we don't speak Spanish in our country.
And we compete, and y'all letting them. You all are letting them and this is what I keep saying, y'all. I don't understand how we know the game. Like we're up on game. We know when we being finessed. I don't understand how y'all are allowing yourself to be finessed like this. Like
PPP people, you have a lawsuit. How I'm going to jail for a PPP loan when y'all done gave these people multiple businesses with the money? What'd you say, 10 years? What'd you say?
I need a 10-year credit history. You gotta have a bank account. I need to show I never was bankrupt. You know, why I gotta show all of these things to get a small business loan. But yet and still they're committing asylum, sanctuary city fraud, what you call that? Seek asylum fraud.
Yeah, asylum seeker
fraud.
Yeah.
They all
in the name of I don't speak English.
Taking food stamp and all that fraud.
Yeah.
And business, all that the business
welfare fraud. They got Rachel Giselle on welfare fraud. And they got a lot of people on welfare fraud, and they committing everything in the name of sanctuary city.
Asylum
seekers.
And we just gonna sit there.
That's a straight. But we are getting reprimanded. What about equal protection?
Right.
14th Amendment.
14th Amendment. Where my equal
protection at?
Because I'm not protected when you let people come into my community who are criminals and just bring their culture here and do what they want to do. And we know a lot of them criminals because they're walking around with ankle braces on.
Right.
So where's our protection?
How much money are you getting for that? Sir.
Where's our protection? So that's why it ain't just freedom, it's American citizens.
Yeah, our due process, our equal protection. Like, come on, all American citizens got due process. We are being disrespected. Like, we need to bankrupt this country. But it's never going to be bankrupt. You know why? Because what can they do? Make more money. Make more money. I want to hear about we in debt. We in trillions of dollars of debt. These people need to go to jail. Arrest these people, new bankroll. Arrest these people, new bankroll, clean slate. Y'all been robbing for us for a very long time. Clean slate, bankroll. Give us our money. You owe everybody a COVID reparation. You owe anybody in the blue state, a sanctuary city reparation. Everybody should a record, and nobody should not be able to get no job because of their record. When these people have put non-citizens in law enforcement, have put non-citizens in all of our government sector jobs, but July 6th, what's his name? Prince signed an executive order that they can't get a job. What? Why but in 2021 you signed to let Mexico know y'all can come over here and get in our law enforcement now. Thanks for that check, Mexico.
That's why we need to. And I'm trying to the Biden and Harris administration.
Bring them in there.
The Biden and Harris, Pritzker, Brandon Johnson, because these sanctuary cities who harboring these criminals and who are violating our laws. These people, we need to sue them. The Biden, and I just feel like we need to go after their personal salary. They shouldn't get no Pritzker. Had you a billionaire and with all these NGOs that you were funding through this laundering this money with these illegal aliens, because you got most of these shelters and y'all laundering money this way. So we need to go after that's from those people, their salaries, those ones, because how do we pay their salaries to bankrupt us and to finesse us? We're paying you to run scams on us.
Right.
You're getting paid. We're paying you to do that.
One big Ponzi scheme. Like anybody that's in jail for a Ponzi scheme, free them.
Right, because y'all the biggest.
Yeah,
y'all can be the biggest.
Free everybody. You can free everybody because y'all have legit Y'all have played this game with us, and people knew it was BS. However, you guys are not out here. Y'all are not out here. Y'all need to show up July 3rd for it.
And I know a lot of y'all want to go to the Essence Fest. Y'all, it's time out for entertainment. We've been entertained out of our communities. We've been entertained out of our jobs.
Taraji Henson owes us an apology.
Yes, she do.
Kerry Washington owes us an apology. Taraji sold out for Project 2025 check to scare us all of BET Awards. Y'all need to be more focused on finding better writers for them jokes and what they be saying on BET Awards rather than you spit. Y'all probably gave her what, about a cool $200,000, $300,000 for her to talk about a project that she never even looked at.
Yep, she don't know nothing about.
Don't know nothing about it. You can ask her right now. So what was in Project 2025, girl? I don't know, it gave me a check.
Yeah, why you crying that Oprah, a black woman, ain't paying you what you're worth? Why you crying about that? So come on, we don't want to hear nothing about these people. While they entertain, you all listen. While you, like I said, while you learn the new dance on TikTok, then they got these people steady taking y'all
cosplay. Like Dick Gregory said, entertainers is nothing but pieces of shit, and he's right.
Malcolm X said it.
Yeah, like this is not they don't have your best interest. The majority of them entertainers is depressed, drug addicted, signed deals that they hated, was desperate, and you cannot you gonna take political advice from them?
Right. Y'all, come on. We've been entertained into to poverty. We've been entertained to, everything that's deadly to our community. It's no more. It's the entertainment is over. Only thing we need to entertain is our rights and
this lawsuit.
Yeah,
it need to entertain this lawsuit. This 14th Amendment lawsuit, this due process lawsuit, this equal protection. Let me read the 14th Amendment too.
Yeah, y'all. Okay, let me get your phone.
Yeah, because I need y'all to understand.
I hope y'all are hearing me, because I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I think they.
Can you see them?
No. Oh, here they are. Some people there.
Okay, y'all hearing me? Long as y'all just say Trump right, low about now. Okay, long as y'all hearing me.
The Reconstruction Amendments are three key amendments to the U.S. Constitution passed after the Civil War during the Reconstruction era, 1865 to 1877. They were designed to abolish slavery, grant citizenship, and protect civil rights for formerly enslaved Black Americans. These amendments fundamentally reshaped the Constitution and remain critical to civil rights and equality under law. Come on now,
y'all. Now, and that's who they're trying to give that to illegal aliens. They try to give that to illegal aliens.
All 14th Amendment, all persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens. No state shall deprive any person of law, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor deny the equal protection of the laws.
So that's what they're
granted citizenship to formerly enslaved people. These asylum seekers ain't never been enslaved here. These people want to come over here, and if they want to do that, cool. But you're going to have to do it the right way. We can't go over there and get nothing. We have to buy our land. We have to buy our home. We have to make our own money. We have to give up our citizenship. We have to give up our citizenship, but we can do visas every 90 days, some 9 days. If we can't overextend it, if we overextend it, you guys, that country has a right to lock us up and lock us up for forever long because we have to deal with their laws. Come on now. I'm just saying, I don't expect to go over to anybody else's country and tell them how I'm gonna do it. This how I do it here. No. Because people get killed over there. They got different laws. They got laws. There's some countries that are homophobic. Why would I go over there? Why would I literally go over there when I know that they got laws that I may not ever come back over here to America?
Right. Why would I go over there and expect them to accommodate me with English? Oh, you better. I need I don't speak your language, so you better accommodate it with English. Why would I? You know, y'all won't go over there and dare think about telling them people that. But yet still they want to come over to our community and come over to our country and tell us that we can't even get higher unless we are bilingual. This is crazy, you all. And the amendment that our president, we have a president, I'm going to say it again, who's fighting for those amendments that's specifically for us. And the Democrats are trying to give that to illegals. We have a president saying, no, no, no. That's for the descendants of slaves. Not only that, I'm going to take it to the Supreme Court for them to rule. And we are still up there saying, I hate Trump. Yeah. I can't stand Trump.
Yeah.
While we sit up there giving our birthright away to foreigners who can't stand, who hate us. We're giving our birthright away to them.
Well, this racist is standing on that Capitol Hill.
By himself
on our 14th enslaved amendment. That's our 14th amendment. And you know what? That's also his 14th amendment too, because they violated his due process of the whole. As soon as he said he was running.
Yeah. Yeah.
They like it's dumb. Yeah, it's always an idiot. That's why we gotta ban this user. Yeah, some of these people is real. Yeah, it's always a weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, these people, it's always like Mr. Gregory said, it's a game, and it is. They've learned how to play this modern game, this modern victimization game, and everybody mad. Everybody has misdirected anger and mad at everybody, and that shows you the divide when you have the most manipulative type of people that the Democratic Party has that really try to guilt you, including Obama, into voting for a lady who was nowhere near black.
Yeah.
Like nowhere near black. And they like, it's shame on you. It's shame on you for not being stupid. Shame on you for not making sure that I ensure my sellout check for the next 4 years.
Right.
While I'm going down, while America, real America, the Bill's America, the working class America, the people who try to raise kids and try to do the right thing or had a good mentorship with their parents and their grandparents, and now that they're where they want to be, it's not looking like how their grandparents and their parents had certain things. Like we're living in hell. We're living in hell, and our tax dollars paying for all of this while they play this game, both of them. So, because the Uniparty, these rhinos too, they crap too. They have learned how to juggle us. Like it's like Molly says it all the time. They'll yell and act like they, in the courtroom, they're against each other and all that stuff. And then at lunch, all three of them, prosecutor, lawyer, judge, clerk, all them, they eat lunch together. They talking. They going to each other's houses. You know what I'm saying? They've been at birthday party. Yeah. They've been at each other's weddings, all this stuff. But they'll be in there acting like, yeah, I fought against him. Yeah, he's an asshole. Yeah. All right, look, you're gonna take this plea deal. Okay, I got it down to this plea deal, but you're gonna take the plea deal, knowing damn well that you paid them off something. Like this is a money game. It's a money game with our money, but when we have any type of issue or problem, when it comes to the government, we can't get no help. We can't get no financial remedy unless we get killed or we do we wrongfully convicted and do like 30 years in prison. Then y'all ready to give $5 million and 33.3% of it goes to the lawyer. That's what I'm saying. Like, we getting played. I don't understand why y'all think that people are going to continue to allow this.
And we're fighting, and you all, this is what our mission is to educate, because see, the Republican Party, well, the established Republican Party, we have Democrat, the established Republican, and we have MAGA, okay? MAGA is Make America Great Again, for Americans. And we got to understand, we're the new conservative party. We're with the new Republican Party, okay? And y'all got to understand, we are conservative in nature. That's just how a lot of us, we grew up. Like our families, we're conservative in nature. I'm just saying, we never, when we used to, all this crazy stuff, our parents didn't play that. They didn't raise us this way. So we have to get back to our roots of who we are. When you look at policies, we keep telling you all, our mission is to educate our people, because we know and understand what it's going to take for our people to listen to what they need to listen to and how to educate themselves politically. We have never been taught that. We were always taught to vote blue no matter who. That's just what we were taught. The Democrats are for the people, the working class for the people, and the Republicans were for the rich white men. That's what we were taught. And we never, ever were taught to look at the policies. We never were taught that. Yeah. But because if we took a step back, you all, and just looked at the policies, just take people away. Just look at policies. If we compare and contrast, most of the time you will understand, recognize that you don't even, the Democrat policies, you don't even believe in none of them. Those are not even who you are. You against most of their policies. You would say, oh no, I'm not with men being in women's sports. I'm not with men being in women's bathroom. I got my daughter going in there and a man there shaving and things. I'm not with that. You would say, I'm not with unaliving kids. When you start looking at the policies they're pushing and who they are, you will start realizing I'm not with none of this. So you have to, and then with the Republican Party, you will start looking at, okay, they're with family, therefore keeping the family together, therefore less government, therefore business owners, letting where everybody can thrive. Therefore, they're more Christianity, or they believing in God. Therefore, they're not with open borders or illegal aliens. They're not with any of those things. And you start to understand that you align more with their policies. Now, okay, you might say, okay, well, I don't feel like I have a place in there. That's why we're creating our own place. Y'all gonna say,
one thing is, people say the hell with Trump. You go start your own party.
Yeah.
Like, go start your own party. Go do all of that. Like, y'all always say that. Like, it's the Republicans don't care either. Okay, well, since they don't care, then you go and you figure out what you want to do.
Start your own party.
Start your own party. Just like how we started on this.
Just start your own party.
Like, I'm Republican.
Right.
Yeah. Like, if you look at the history, if you look at the history, and that's the problem now. Y'all giving up to the point that the 14th Amendment, the President of the United States of America, the most powerful person on the planet, racist, because y'all want to say he's racist. Okay, cool. He's on Capitol Hill arguing about the 14th Amendment that is meant for when the 14th Amendment was even thought of, it was for us, for our ancestors, for our descendants of the enslaved, not a legal immigrant, not an illegal alien. This is what he's saying. Mm-hmm. The President of the United States, not the president, not a presidential candidate. The President of the United States ain't can't get no help.
And we are too dumb to even see.
Yeah.
We're too dumb to even see They have got us so dumb.
60 refugees from South America versus 22 million people here, and what, over 100 Trinidad gang members here. You're crazy. Like, get out of here. Y'all just be talking. Yeah, that's why I be having a black.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me see this. Let me say this to this Ramo, whatever his name is, because see, this is, let me say this. This is how these people are. This is how, I bet you this person right here wasn't reporting when 22 million people were coming over here. I bet you he never said anything about that. See, this is the thing. Let me just go in on this troll right quick. Let me just say this. You are going to compare.
You got to do your own reparations. Like, that's the 14th Amendment. If y'all would understand what that even is for, you all have lawsuits. That's the reparations right there. File your lawsuit against the Biden and Harris administration for violating that law, for violating sanctuary law, violating Title VIII, violating our 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment as a freedman. And I don't understand what's wrong with y'all.
And not only that, what about all the reparation study that the Democrat Party gave y'all?
Yeah, y'all been hoping, y'all thinking it like this. I'm gonna get another study. We're gonna get another study. All that is laundering money.
How? Who benefited from that?
Governor Pritchard don't even believe in us having reparations. He don't believe in us having reparations. But he put a reparations commission together because he was going to lose the black vote. That's the only reason why. Though Gavin Newsom, that's why he didn't sign up on it. They're never go to Westmore the other day when he said he's black, he's Jamaican governor. He didn't sign up on it. It's never going to happen. That's why always Chicago. It's never going to happen.
How many studies y'all going to allow them to keep pinning y'all faces?
The separation study is this lawsuit. That's reparation study.
That's how crazy y'all are. And then getting back to these South Africans. You got 50 South Africans, 50 who came over here that we know vetted, we know who they are, and we're not paying for it. Now, let's talk about that.
All right, Kunta Kinte. Well, then go find your survivor wherever you are.
Right.
Y'all, let me tell you something. Y'all hotep, no-tep niggas who don't be having y'all don't be having no solution. All y'all do is complain, and makes it more difficult than what it is. Yeah, the survival, I don't know where you living at, in a jungle? Right. I don't know where you are. Are you like, where are you at?
I know. Yeah. Have you seen those 50 South Africans? Have they came?
Are they sitting with you? Like, did they make it to your apartment building?
Did those 50 South Africans, did they come in your community and take over your field houses? Did they take over your schools? Did they take over your neighborhood? I just want to know, have you seen any one of them? Not even one of them. Because I seen all the 22 million that Biden and Harris are letting in. They're all in our community. Criminals with ankle bracelets. Yeah. So have you seen one South Africa in your community with an ankle bracelet?
And they serving us food.
Have you seen one of those South Africans in your community taking all your resources? So if you have not, don't say anything to me about 50 South Africans when you're not talking about the 22 million that was allowed here during the Biden and Harris administration. If you're not going crazy about that, you better not say anything to me about 50 South Africans. I do not want to hear. And then it showed that they're really being prosecuted. They're really being killed. They're dealing with
eminent domain. They're dealing with what I'm dealing with.
They're really but these 22 men that came over here, they wasn't being prosecuted. They just came over here for free. So so you can go on with that. Yeah. So that little what you saying, whatever you will, go fight Haiti. Go, as a matter of fact,
Congo, you giving Congo vibes. Go say Congo.
Go to Palestine and wave your flag and say Rahul.
He will become 70. They're already 22 million here.
Yeah, right. Rahul, won't you go to back to wherever you're from, and then go to Palestine. Please go to Palestine.
There's paid protest gang All these gang members, all these socialist gang member and cartels.
I'm talking about, trust me, I had experience with them. Well, in your country.
West Florida.
Oh, no, you haven't. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Would never.
Stop lying. Stop lying. So, stop lying. You a liar. Them 50 South Africans, let's begin here. Them 50 South Africans have not even reached out to Florida. Stop lying.
Y'all started lying like it get out of control.
But you know who did reach our community? All them, look, them 22 million that the colony inheritance. If you all wasn't reporting on when they opened that border and allowed all these people in there.
Yeah, I'm tired of that.
Yeah. If you all weren't reporting on that, please don't report on nothing that the Trump administration is doing. If you all wasn't reporting how high gas prices got, how high eggs got, how high food prices got, if you all wasn't reporting on that, then please don't tell me about letting Trump deal with it. Whatever he's doing, deal with it.
Well, there you go. Another one.
Yeah, y'all trolls real mad.
Well, abolish, well, all that, y'all want to abolish whatever, but y'all don't come outside.
Y'all won't even come.
Like we literally can get whatever we want if we just pull up. And we don't have to be aggressive. We don't have to be violent. We literally have to bring some chairs, some music, some cards, and be like, yeah.
And read the Constitution. Talk about the Constitution.
I'm trying to tell you, ain't no, this is our country. We are the ones who put these people, we broke the machine. Mm-hmm. We broke the machine. That's why the Democratic Party don't know what to do. They can't. They have to stay on script. They can't come off script.
Right.
Like, we're literally dealing with real life stuff, and they have yet to address. They refuse to address us over here. They'll talk about us. They'll say we get paid, but won't actually address anybody's concerns. We have all the stuff to show that they're violating what they're doing in Chicago, and they are telling us that we need to stand with Brandon Johnson.
Yeah, won't no Democrat address the issues that's really devastating and destroying the Black community or in Chicago, because I keep saying it's the Black people now, but it's going to be the whites and everybody else later. It's just now. We always the trial dummies. We always the ones that do it first too, because in the minute it's only about class, rich and poor. That's what it's going to be about. And you can be poor whites and whatever you're going to be right now.
The progressives right now, the Hispanics, the Hispanic KKK, the crooked clergy, with the white racist Jew liberal, all teaming up with the Indians to take over America. And Chicago is we're the blueprint. Everybody's watching Chicago to see what's going to happen.
And we got a chance to make history. We got a chance. You all listen to what I'm saying. The world is watching. The world is watching.
The world is watching.
It's watching.
Including the Democratic Party. Jasmine Crockett is watching this.
The world is watching little old Chicago. Chicago. Listen, you all, we have a chance to make history and to get it right. The world, to set a precedent that say, hey, they wasn't going. And guess what that would do? That would inspire New York. That's because they already hitting us up. It's going to inspire Los Angeles. It's going to inspire every Democrat ran urban city neighborhood. It's inspiring the world. We have a chance to say, Chicago did it. Chicago did it, and now look at what happened. They didn't Chicago set the standard and the blueprint for the world to follow. We have a chance to get it right. They're looking, they're waiting, and they're saying, if we get this right and we vote these people out and vote the people in that we need to get in, they're watching. It's going to be like, oh my goodness, not Chicago that did this. And that's history. That's history. We have a chance to do this and to finally get it right, because we have got it wrong for so long. To finally get it right, you all, and to make history. Poor old Chicago that everybody counted out. we have a chance to show the world that we wasn't going.
Right.
And that's what you all are seeing right now. History in the making.
They setting us up from the inside out. Okay, all right. Man.
Just go to your look.
Yeah,
just go.
Ocean's 11.
We don't talk to people who don't go to the council.
If you think that if they're setting us up and stuff like that, well, then this is not the channel for you, because you're not going to do anything.
Everybody register to vote now. Yes.
Yeah,
please.
that's a start. Thank you.
Yes,
thank you, action.
And register to vote as a Republican. Because
let them know that we mean business. Because we don't have no elite. That's the problem trying to understand. You don't have no allegiance to neither one of these parties. You align with whatever you deal with. So I align with the Republican Party. However, when the Republican Party got me fucked up, I'm never going to the Democratic Party. So my thing was, you can revamp it. Like I've been said, I said both of these parties are trash, which they are. You have to revamp it.
Like Trump revamped the Republican Party. Wasn't nobody messing with the Republican Party? If Trump would not have ran, no Republican would have ever. What Republican would y'all have voted for?
Look what you had. Look what those people were.
Who would you vote
for?
It was no way. Trump had to do it, just like we have to revamp the Republican Party.
Oh yeah, you were independent too, but you gotta go. You gotta do.
You gotta register to do it.
I'm a Republican. We gotta stand on the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. But y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about the 13th, 14th, and 15th, and that scares me. That concerns me that you guys do not care about the 14th Amendment. Y'all care more about finding a flaw in this administration and find a racist, or try to keep pushing this racist narrative than to really do your history on the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. That is sick.
In the Republican Party, we were Republicans.
Yeah, but the Republican Party's the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. We had 14 presidents that were Democrat before we got our first Republican president, which was Lincoln. And that was the one who, y'all say he was racist too, but he gave us the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. So I mean, I'm not understanding like what y'all problem is. The government has enabled slavery since the beginning of time. Since the beginning of time, the government has enabled this. Okay? That's the government, the machine. The machine from in the 1700s, 1800s, this has been built. Now we're here where we can break this. We can break all this classism, all of this socialism, all that stuff by filing a lawsuit against this administration. They do not get no immunity. The last administration, Biden and them, they don't get. And what do you think Trump is going to say? Oh no, I'm not. We're not going to. No, F it. No. Dismiss it. No.
He's the one fighting.
Yeah, he's not going to. Matter of fact, if we would file our lawsuit for the 14th Amendment right now while he's fighting it, I think this can be historic.
Yeah, the Supreme Court will have to.
We got enough freedmen to file a lawsuit, right? And we have enough Americans alone that can file a lawsuit as a whole. Freedmen can file a lawsuit, and white America can file a lawsuit on their due process. Their equal protection. People who've lost their jobs or lost their benefits, or benefits went down because once these illegals came over. You was getting a certain amount of benefits, but as soon as they opened the border and brought these people over here, they telling you that they gotta cut your stamps, they gotta cut your Medicaid bill down now because you don't have enough. No, that's because Printer, they gave billions of dollars of Medicaid to illegals.
And then how about this? I just thought about this. What about all the people who were sick and you had to wait now 3 and 4 and 5 months to go see your doctor because you got illegal aliens that clogged up the healthcare system, and they're
the system is broken. That's what this guy told me. This doctor told me in the emergency room about 2 weeks ago. The medical health system is broken.
Yeah,
because y'all letting everything. Like, these people could not take care of their country. They not used to shit. So you let them come over here and mess our shit. That's like going into that's like inviting somebody to your house and you know they got their kids bad as hell and break shit every fucking time. You know, like it's the same exact thing. Like, you gonna let this person keep coming to your house messing shit up?
Yeah, and y'all gonna let them break our system.
Yeah.
Now Americans can't even go to the doctor. They got an appointment 3 and 4 and 5 months away.
Right.
I mean, come on, y'all.
They out here on Michigan Avenue, out here selling everything with no permits.
No.
They don't got no gloves on. They got all the restaurants, the taco trucks. The tacos $10 for two. It's getting crazy out here. They're everywhere. Everywhere you go, you turn. You like, man.
And they're fighting Trump for even getting rid of it. They coming up with new laws where he can't deport them, trying to fight him. And Trump got to come up with new ways and invent new ways to get in here to get these people. This is you all. If we don't stand up, I don't understand how we don't see this. I don't understand how we can't, like, I don't understand. Where the critical thinking skills went, I just don't understand.
Common sense.
Y'all, it's bad.
Or your privilege. Like, you don't know your privilege. So nobody can tell me like that I've been locked up before. I have committed crimes before. I have done it and I have to do my time. I got a record, right? I got a record, but I really don't got a record. But I got a record because it's supposed to be sealed, but they opened it because I'm doing whatever I'm doing now. But if I literally wanted to go apply for a job, I wouldn't get that job because of my record. But right now I'm dealing with the government violating my laws, violating my rights, that in the Supreme Law of the land that they put together, and they won't settle none of my cases. Huh? No, I need my money because I got this record. So even if I want to get a job, I can't get a job.
But you got illegals who like legally here who can get a job.
They didn't get law enforcement. This is going to be a police officer right now.
And you can't do it because you got a record.
I switched. Changed my life around, all of that.
They broke the law. They broke the law to even get out over here, so criminal. And now they broke the law when they get in here, criminal, but they can go and get jobs. And they can be catered to because you got to be bilingual.
Right, and give you a job, give you a business, give you a house,
give you a free everything.
Here, this is the welcome pack, the micro package. So I feel like we need to sue for the micro package. I want the Freedman package. The Freedman package is about 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, and I believe that's in the lawsuit. I want the Freedman package, just like they have the New Americans package. They gave them an office for New Americans. Where is our office for Freedmen? Because the Freedmen Bureau that y'all thought that y'all was gonna put her back in there, she was damn near she put everything in the Freedmen Bureau.
She put everybody.
Yeah, a Black American, a black sister, at Howard University, AKA sister. Yes, the first black vice president, whatever y'all want to say. She put everybody
in the Freedmen.
In the Freedmen Bureau. Yeah, that was from Esther, 13, 14. She's nowhere near a Freedman. Just like Governor Westmore is not a Freedman.
And Obama
not a Freedman. Pritchard not a Freedman. Gavin Newsom not a Freedman.
Brandon Johnson
ain't no Freedman.
And these people that y'all keep electing, these are people that y'all go for.
Eric Adams, that was a Freedman.
But Trump is a racist. But Trump is the problem.
Yeah.
Trump just got off.
And look what they did with Eric Adams when he saw that, oh yeah, this is too. All right, I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
But he
Next
talked
thing you
about
know,
it. When
here
he
come the feds coming to his house.
When he talked about it, and said, "Hey, y'all, look, you can't keep bringing these illegals here. You ain't giving us no money. And my people, my constituents are now complaining, mad at me.
Right.
They going off on me. Y'all got to do something." When he started talking like that and talking about what's really happening, what they say, charges, you feds go get it. Look, the feds in his office. Come on, y'all. This is who these people are.
These are the people. Y'all need to start showing up to y'all city council meetings. Y'all need to start demanding y'all forensic audit.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all have been discriminated in any type of way in these last 3 to 4 years with this illegal immigration Ponzi scheme, especially when it comes to your job, some bilingual stuff, that is a lawsuit. How you going to take away DEI? Because DEI is done, but you're going to slip DEI on the bilingual in blue cities because y'all need these people here because y'all making money off. Mm-hmm. So y'all need the illegals here because the blacks have woken up. So they can't use the racial grift anymore. The LGBT, they crashing out. The trans shit is about to be over there. They're almost hitting the brick wall right now. Like it's been next year. I don't think they're gonna be having trans anymore. It's gonna be trans is gonna be what happened to the trans people? Whatever happened to the trans people? There's no more trans anymore. Right. It's no more trans. So yeah, so they
need a new voter. Yeah. They need a new person to tell them they oppressed.
Palestine got one more time to shoot somebody and say free Palestine. Martial law is coming. I'm trying to tell you, the army is gonna beat y'all asses. So y'all can play that game if y'all want to. Run around here, shoot one more motherfucker person, shoot another Jew.
Yeah, go take that to Palestine. Yeah, they gonna ship all y'all. They gonna ship all y'all.
Yeah, shoot somebody else. And the next, shoot somebody else and free Palestine. When y'all are messing up our communities too.
Yeah.
Y'all don't give back. I haven't seen one free Palestine come and ask me about what I got going on.
No, or let me march with you.
Yeah.
Let me fight with you. What's going on?
Yeah. I hear people say, well, you got to understand when George Floyd riots were going on, the Palestinians was teaching us how to put tear gas.
They took up our community. They
were telling us how to fight tear gas. Shut up.
They the ones who they told us how to destroy our communities. Yeah. That's what they did.
Ain't nobody dealing with these people no more. Where is our money?
We need everything.
Economically, it don't make no sense, okay? I don't care what's going on. It could be a gay pride ceremony with the church over here. I don't care what's going on. Like, y'all can get this weird shit out of here. Where is my money? I'm going to where the feds at. Bring the feds. All this shit is a farce. It's about to be Pride Month. In a couple of days, he about to get rid of Pride Month. Thank you, President Trump. But they're about to go crazy. It's about to fall out. It's about to be a real sin. He's homophobic. He's prejudiced. Thank you, because why at your old big ass age is you still going to rainbow pride, gay pride, nigga? Why? What are you celebrating the house? Celebrate.
Why you got kids right there while you and your
you got your little thing just going and
kids right there in front of you.
Y'all still doing meth at the age of 50 and stuff because y'all are like you guys don't even be in your own bodies. Y'all really don't be on because half of y'all be on drugs. A lot of y'all be straight addicts, and y'all be outside. At a certain age, you have to grow up. Just like the Freakniks, just like certain things, you have to grow up. How are you still doing Pride at 45? How are you still being halfway naked during Pride? Like what is going on? Like what happened to just if you want to celebrate something, understand that there's children. Understand that there's kids. You cannot keep putting this garbage, this toxic garbage in our kids' minds, having them confused, knowing that right now this is not good. Like, we're in a spiritual warfare, like, all jokes aside, and everything is going to be a war. Like, everything is going to be a war. They say he's going to announce it to be Veterans Month for the month of June, and it should be, because y'all have legit disrespected veterans. Like, we like
for pride, but
yeah.
and y'all be, I mean, for pride. For real.
I mean, they've never declared a month, but he's gonna make June that month. And my thing is, okay, cool, but you're gonna hear from the liberals. You're gonna hear from the gay pride, like F the LGBT, F ACLU, F all this. ACLU is gonna come out, but we're gonna see if this is constitutional. Gay pride.
Right, but
gay pride, you're gonna choose. Y'all gonna fight over gay pride,
but y'all won't fight over the 14th and 15th Amendment for the freedoms. That's really ours. Do you see any Democrat fighting for us?
The gay parade is not nowhere near the Constitution. It's not. A gay is not even in the Constitution.
But they're gonna come out and fight for that. But they won't fight for our rights being violated. And we keep voting blue, no matter who, for 60 years, the black community, and you with nothing.
And because of what? Honestly, because of what? Like, what are you guys gonna say? Civil Rights Act? Because that's
gone. That's been hijacked.
Yeah. The only thing we got is the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. That
they try to give that.
They try to dilute it to all elites, like all of us. No, you got John Louisiana out here crashing out loud. Like, if you got people like Andre Vasquez, who needs to be in prison, that's trying to push for 30% of illegals to get jobs in
listen to this.
In Chicago. Like, what?
So now they already taking our jobs, right? And now you trying to push.
He didn't say black and brown. He said 29%, 29.8% Latino.
So now you're demanding that now you get 29%. Your Hispanics, Latinos get 29% more jobs. Now we already, the black people don't even have jobs. We get pushed out of our jobs for the bilingual. But then you gonna say, now you demand 26% more of those jobs? I told y'all, this is the competition.
He's chairman of the Immigration and Refugee
and he's all of them, Andre Vasquez.
44.
And this is your competition. Your competition, and you all are not understanding that. Listen, you all watch sports. Your competition is your competition. You want to beat your competition, right? Y'all just sitting there, just letting your competition just beat y'all down, and y'all just like rooting for the competition.
Right?
Yeah, come on, let's beat us down some more. You know, in sports, y'all know how serious it is. You competing. You just laying down, just let
There is no black and brown in politics, in business, in government. It ain't no black and brown when it comes to those things. It's just like it ain't no black and brown on their side. They see it. That's why they know when they get into business, when they get into politics in the government, who they reach back out to? They people.
They don't pay attention.
As much as dumb as what Brandon Johnson said the other day, praising all those terrible people like Sierra Boatwright. She's the Department of Planning. She's a good looking girl lady, but she's terrible as a commissioner for Department of Planning and Development. What is you planning and what is you developing? I've came to you a couple of times too about what's going on with my mom and how they took this tip money and how they launder it and stuff like that. And you get the little faces like rolling your eyes. What you rolling your eyes for? Like just like Castrada. That's the Department of Housing. Rolling her eyes. How you rolling your eyes when I got some issues?
So this man comes out and talk about all the black people faces he got in these demonstrations. And don't not one of those black faces help black people
at all.
If all those black faces are put in strategically, put in these places to only do one thing, to keep the corruption going and to keep Brennan Johnson bidding going.
And to show this face that the party, that the Democratic Party is for blacks, it's for black excellence, it's for solidarity, it's for that we're coming together. No, we're not. They are the Democrats, the black Democrats are gatekeepers, but they're the real socialists, they're the real communists. These people that they have in these offices and stuff, they aren't never gonna come back for their community. They're never going to reach back for their community because they have a selfish mentality. These are the elites, these are the boule, these are the cliques in politics of Chicago. These are the people who all sleep with each other and deal with each other and act like they're all happy and they paved the way and all this stuff are miserable as hell. These are what you're dealing with. You're dealing with these miserable, mean girls and miserable, mean guys because they're battling their sexual orientation, and so we're like trapped in this weird ass entanglement soap opera that don't have shit to do with us, but our tax dollar is funding it.
But our tax dollars is fun, and we can't get. You got what, about 250 black faces in Chicago and these seats, and look at the black community. We didn't even gotta say, go look at your community. If you had all these black faces that Brennan Johnson talked about that really care, look at your community.
Yeah.
Why you don't have no black businesses in your community? Why are the residents literally coming up there complaining that they are being pushed out of their homes and taxed out of their home and being stole, their homes being taken? Why is that? So it's all these black people in these positions. Why don't the black people can't go nowhere and get any help from not one of the
nowhere?
So you tell me, what do all these black faces you talk about got to do with anything when they are no help to anyone, especially the black community?
And got an attitude
when you ask.
Bring it up. Like, how y'all mad at me for me fighting for them to settle my family's case? Like, I don't care. Like, these people, Chicago's so corrupt that they try to put a case on my mom for fighting.
Like they did.
Like she got a contempt charge. And 555 West Harrison. That doesn't make no sense. That's a domestic violence court. My mother
how old did they give it to her? How old was she?
Like 69. That's all because she was fighting about this case. The same case that she asked originally for $100,000. That's it. $100,000. She had all the information, all that. She had to claim all of that to show that. And because they wanted that land so bad, and it was an opportunity zone and a tip zone and all the money for that, they just was like, no.
Because they used to doing it.
They're so used to strong arming and doing it and getting away with it and working with the certain
the black
lawyers put in place, act like they can't help. They pay the lawyer, they pay the media, so they can't do nothing. And so they're so used to that, yeah, they'll go away. So now ain't nobody went away. Now that y'all think that y'all gonna show my past, I don't care. I don't care about none of that. I got 4 cases. I need my reparations. Okay, my reparations is right there at Northern District. Okay, I need y'all to the Marshall versus the City of Chicago. Marsh versus the City of Chicago, Notre Dame Affordable Housing versus the City of Chicago, Singleton versus the City of Chicago. Come on, like I got my godfather, I got my mom, I got me, I got our nonprofit, and then I'm about to file this other lawsuit in the name of my freedmen. I'm I'm suing y'all for these sanctuary city policies. Mm-hmm. Something gotta give.
Something gotta hit.
Because y'all violating the sanctuary city law policies is not, especially when you guys just settled $1.8 million settlement for Garvin for that toxic soil, Tent City in Bryant Park. They filed that lawsuit 2024. You guys settled in April 2025, but y'all can't settle my family case. Y'all are prioritizing migrant crises over the American citizens, the freedmen citizens. That's violating my due process right there. I'm not playing with none of y'all.
And the fact that you got illegal aliens that got lawsuits. Now that's going to come out of our tax dollars. They got lawsuits against the city, CPD, and they got lawsuits against Home Depot. People who can't, let me just get y'all, people who broke the law to get here.
Yeah. Okay. They're standing in front of their private corporation.
Home Depot, because y'all know, because y'all see when y'all go to Home Depot how they just saturate the area. You can't even go in because they ask you, do you need help? And then they kick your car when you tell them no. So because they look saturate, so you're a customer, you can't even go in there in peace without all these people around. And now you're a business owner and you don't want this around your place of business because your customers is hurting your business. And these people have the nerve to sue you in America. Sue you in America.
Discrimination.
People, let me get you straight again. The people who broke the law to get here, who committed a criminal act, who not even legal citizens, are suing your American business, suing us, government
business,
talking about they violating, they discrimination. Now, and then they're suing CPD because CPD is getting them up out of here, doing that. They're suing CPD. So this is our tax dollars going to, and they are suing. But you mean to tell me you all don't have enough sense to know that you can sue for the rights that you do have, because you're an American citizen, and you're gonna let somebody come over here who don't have the rights and use your Constitution to
the supreme law of the land,
get your money, get the rest of your money.
The land, the U.S. Constitution is the law of the land. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. Okay, that's the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. Okay, it's been around since 1866, and we are out here saying, man, it's the white man's word, man. Man, we ain't gonna see what we gotta do is we gotta go to the hole, and then we gotta go inside, and then we gotta look around, and then we gotta get back up. But then at the end of the day, we know they ain't for neither one of us. We don't care. We gotta take it higher.
And you got
where we gonna take it to when y'all don't even know what's going on.
And you got the legals who just coming over, right? Coming over, ain't been here for 2 years and getting lawsuits, and they getting settled.
Y'all don't even know where y'all City Hall at. Y'all don't even know how to go on the website to figure out when the next meeting is. Have you guys went on your government website and looked up the last budgets, the last 3 or 4 budgets, to see all the money that's being itemized and laundered in this budget in the name of maybe what did I see? Epidemiology, $1.8 billion, epidemiology. Come on now.
And y'all want to be mad and tell us
epidemiology. We at this point, are we being punked?
It gotta be.
We gotta be being punked. We gotta be in a movie.
Are we?
What episode are we in?
Because I know we're not that slow.
What episode are we in? What season?
It's what is this called? The slow people, the slows. I don't understand because I know we're not this slow. For real, I know we're not.
We this slow.
I can't believe it.
People are mad at us.
Yeah, they are.
Because we didn't vote for tandoori chicken.
Because we didn't vote for
we didn't vote for a black woman.
She was in here. Stop talking,
I know, but they say she's black. And we're ignorant to that. Anybody that votes for Trump or supports Trump is ignorant and uneducated. But y'all were the ones. This is the first black woman that we're gonna put in wrong. I cannot believe it. Oh my God, we did Obama. Now we're gonna do Kamala Harris. Oh my God, she's such a black woman. Look, she's so saucy. She got her pinky up. What?
And we the slow.
I haven't seen her do one stroll with y'all. Show me when she did a stroll with y'all. If she did do the stroll with y'all, I'm trying to tell you, she did not care to do that stroll because when she lost, she never came out and did a stroll with y'all. She didn't care the hell with Howard University. She didn't care none of
She
that.
didn't come out and just say,
well, Trump didn't come out either. Y'all cheated Trump. Y'all cheated Trump. Everybody know y'all cheated Trump. Georgia should have never turned blue. It's not that many It's not that many black people in Atlanta that registered to vote for it to turn blue. Like, yeah, a lot of people. I know my friends. They were registered in their hometowns, like DC, Jersey, Chicago. New York. People went for voting. They were going back home to vote. So a lot like Atlanta's a melting pot. So it's a lot of like people there that are born and raised in Atlanta that are conservative, that are Republican, that are black. They have Southern roots. It's not about racism. They dealt with what racism is and what race. Like people know the difference between racism and people know the difference between just a white person having an opinion just like a black person just has an opinion. It may come up a little bit harsh because that's just how they are. Just like how black people can come off a little mean. That's just how their attitude is. Everybody's not like that. Every white person is not harsh. Every black person is not harsh. That's, you understand? But y'all have to this weird divide, racial divide, grift that y'all still trying to push in 2025 is crazy. Interracial marriages is here. White women gonna forever be getting effed by the black men, and vice versa. You understand? Like it's uncomfortable truth. You understand? Like we're in a time where our kids don't see color for real. They see friends. They see what they align with. Now we don't erase our history. They have to know their history. You understand? Because these other parents from all other nationalities and cultures are definitely letting their kids know the Jewish kids, they're reading Hebrew. What you say?
The Hebrew Bible.
The Hebrew Bible from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yeah, so they making sure they know everything. We just the ones. So we just have to. I need everybody to first of all go register to vote.
Right.
And register as a Republican to send a strong message that we not playing with y'all.
Right.
We're vetting candidates because we're going to have some candidates that you are going to be able to vote for. So, and they're going to be great candidates.
Right.
So they're not going to be your politics. What we call that? Your standard politics. What we call those people who
cosplay?
Yeah, they're going to be your people.
These are your average politicians.
They're not politicians. They're going to be vetted candidates, grassroots people.
People
understand.
No government. When I say you
not compromise, not shift you out.
Understand that we have a greater cause. Like you got to be literally. You make a decent amount of money as a politician. So the fact that you're stealing and not creating change, legislation, like we're doing another for y'all literally gonna let Jasmine Crockett in there for another 4 years and she's not gonna pass no legislation. Hakeem Jeffrey's not gonna pass no legislation. Maxine Waters, she's abided. I don't even know if she's coming or going. I don't even know. They don't even show her no more because they dying out. You understand what I'm saying? They'll have them and they'll be in a coma in a hospital. And they'll still say that they're out here signing stuff and going out. We just seen Maxine Waters. Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, they said she in a nursing home. Well, no. I just seen it. So yeah, like this is y'all like if you cannot keep blaming the Republicans for why we don't have any legislation. The Democrats at the House, they had the White House,
They had
the Senate, the Senate majority of Senate, like they don't want to pass legislation for us, and we don't push it either. All you educated people who talk about how disrespectful Trump is and how racist he is and how he is not for us. Y'all showed me all the legislation that Jasmine Crockett, Ayanna Pressley, AOC, all them Bernie said, all the Maxine Waters showed me everything that they have passed through as a law. I want to know. I mean, that they sponsored it, and it was specifically for freedmen Americans.
I would love to know that. I would love.
And there's nothing wrong with freedmen Americans because we're in the U.S. Constitution.
I would love to know that one. Like, and they had the power because they had the, like you said, the House, the Senate, and the presidency. So why it was no reason they couldn't have passed.
Justice, his mama justice.
Yeah,
they gave him a little money.
It was no reason
but they never, not one law has been passed.
So like they're not even passing no law now. Only thing they're doing is fighting Trump with everything.
Yeah, they want and they keep saying. I think Hakeem Jeffrey said something the other day like, Republicans crash the economy.
Oh my God.
The Democrats get in, fix the economy. No, y'all don't.
Y'all the ones in the trash.
How about y'all don't get in for the next 2 terms, and we'll see. No. We're gonna give you 2. The Republicans are gonna have 2 more terms. We need 16 years. Because what you're not gonna say is that it is the Republicans' fault that we have been paying rob Peter to pay Paul for decades. Like y'all have been doing this for so long with the same script, and y'all never wanted change. Y'all never wanted liberation for us. Y'all never cared about our communities. Y'all had a game plan to always keep us down. Y'all never wanted. It was going to be the same playbook, and these messed up black sellout politicians
Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson
for checks for their own financial need. They never was for the people. The fact that you guys still believe in these niggas is insane. It's upsetting. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing me and my homegirls. If you can't go to Rainbow Push, then where can you go?
Right.
If you can't go to your local black government politicians, where can you go? If you can't go to the Do Nothing Black Caucus congressional side, to the city side, to the Cook County side, where can you go? The head of the Democratic Party local here is Tony Dwayne Preckwinkle. She don't care about nobody.
How you can tell you can't blame Republicans. This is how you can tell. This is how you know it's BS. Look at all your Democrat ran cities. Chicago Republican haven't been in office, a mayor office since 1931. What's the excuse then? So you can't. What's the excuse? Because your black community has gotten worse, not better, worse. So, and look at New York. Look at New York. Yeah, look at New York. Look at California. Look at every black urban community in those places. Democrat ran. You can't blame Republicans because they ain't been in office. Look at the living communities of the urban community. That it haven't gotten better, it has gotten worse. So you now tell me
churches haven't yet to think of like how you have a church, you ain't paying no taxes, and you aren't building affordable housing for your congregation.
How do you have 5 to 6 churches on every? Because I counted 9. You got one church right here, one. Then right here 2, the other across the street. Then the next one 3. Then across the street 4. Then 5, and then one on the corner 6. How you have 6 churches on one block,
right?
And that whole block is full of crackheads and drug trafficking and things like that. How? With 6 churches on one, ain't none of y'all coming into community to talk to the citizens, to talk to the community. Not one of y'all churches.
It's MAGA's fault.
Because that's but I was talking about Chicago, but that's Trump's fault. That's a Republican fault.
Extremists, we got to see this. What we're doing is you got Trump in there, and see Trump is gonna take us out if we don't start getting and mobilizing and getting Trump out. We're gonna go back to slavery. We're gonna go back to slavery.
Now you, Brandon Johnson, you got 250 black people, like in whole, let's just say the whole administration. You mean to tell me that's Trump's fault that the black community looks like it is under your watch, under his watch? You mean to tell me that's Trump's fault?
Trump's fault.
That the black community we're out here fighting, that's Trump's fault.
Trump's fault.
Y'all, I mean, at some point, where do the critical thinking skills come from?
The critical
where the common sense come from?
Critical thinking skills is why y'all deserve a reparation, because that is y'all mentally ill. Yeah. Y'all mentally ill if y'all continue to vote Democrat. If y'all continue to vote Democrat, you special. You special. You need an IEP, an individual education plan. You need to go back. You probably gotta go back to like elementary school, because you don't know basic civics. You don't know basic civics, basic common sense. You don't know like it's too much. And that's all. And I say don't rely on ChatGPT too, because ChatGPT really don't have. Like you still gotta do your own research.
Right.
But y'all literally, like the kids know it. The kids know it to the point that they know it don't make sense. They're going back looking at their own history, like, are we gonna sue on the Constitution? Oh yeah,
yeah. They get it. But they
also know that it's not a racial thing.
Yeah.
They know that it's niggas that are just as bad as these white people, that everybody know their own race. White people know the messed up whites.
They call them out.
Yeah.
They call them white
the blacks know the messed up blacks. The Hispanics know the messed up Hispanics. The Chinese know the messed up Chinese. The Africans know the messed up Africans. The Haitians know. Yeah, everybody knows that. That's why so many Latinos voted for Trump, because they came here not on no rah-rah shit. Mm-hmm. They came here to assimilate to American culture. They came here because they like American culture. They came here because they built whatever they made from the ground up, and they feel good to go back and give it back to their parents. Who, that's history. You understand? Like, I was able to come here, able to build, do everything the right way, everything like that, and I can go back and take care of my family. And we are just trying to do the same thing in America. We live right here. We built this country. We are the culture. Like I said, we are the Bank of America. We are all of that. We're everything. And you're trying to say we can't build generational wealth right here. Our government is holding us back from building generational wealth, and that's the Democratic Party. They feel like they give you some Section 8,
some stamps,
and then and you good. You good, like you can't pass that down.
And you better not make a little bit more. You better not try to do a little better for yourself and get a little something and make it a little bit more. Because now, you made what, $200 more? Oh, we gotta cut you off.
Yeah.
Because you better not rise above that when we tell you your poverty level. You better stay poor right here when we tell you. If you better not try to come up and rise up and go and do something better with your life.
How dare you?
We're cutting all of that away.
Yeah. And knowing that some people are in a predicament that they don't know how to interview for a job. Or again, they may have certain tattoos that they cannot get the job if they've been old, we got hand tattoos, you can't have hand tattoos. Okay, but I'm qualified for the job. I know, but you can't have. But a non-citizen come over here and come and regulate us.
Neck tattoos all around.
All that. That gang tattoo, I mean, no gang tattoos, but you won't get the job.
And they gonna get them the job, but then, or if they don't get them the job, they gonna sue. They gonna sue them for discrimination.
They qualify because they bilingual. They can have all types of all types of tattoos on.
Because we saw it. We were talking about it. We saw we were looking at it like, really? So you can have all type of gang tattoos.
Yeah, gang.
Face. You can work
as long as you speak Spanish.
It's unbelievable.
In America. It's hypocrisy. So yeah. So I'm believing with that because we've been on here for
we've been get out, but that look
rally.
The rally.
Send an email to info@chicagoflippsred.com. Send an info to zoe@chicagoflippsred.com. DM, whatever, when somebody will get back to y'all. But yeah, it's time. It's time for the Freedmen homecoming. It's gonna be a time to be alive.
Washington,
it's gonna be, and that's what it should have been a long time ago. We need to rise up. We need to rise up.
Think about the Million Man March. Get that, but this is what we got to do.
And it will be live streamed too. But y'all
got to pay for that.
Yeah, y'all got to pay for that.
We want you to be there.
We want you to be there.
We need bodies there.
We need bodies there. We need bodies.
We need to show the Supreme Court and show the Democrats that y'all not giving y'all not giving our birthright away to nobody, no illegal aliens. You're not.
No. Historically, that doesn't even make any sense, honorable judges. Y'all know that. Even Clarence Thomas, you go by that Constitution. You even know that, Clarence Thomas.
Yeah.
So yeah, ain't nobody playing.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing. July. We're in Washington.
So June 30th, though. June 30th, we're gonna do the summit. June 29th, we're gonna do the comedy show. I'm gonna do my comedy because at the end of the day, I got a lot to talk about. They're suppressing me everywhere, but I got some stuff to talk about because ain't no way in the world we gotta continue to make this complicated. Like this is like, come on now.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a whole nice little weekend,
right?
And then we're gonna march. We're going from the
so then we're gonna march to Lincoln Memorial. Matter of fact, I'm trying to have the biggest senior march because that speaks volume. The boomers need to come out, man. The boomers need to come out. Y'all need to do this for y'all grandkids, to stop to abolish all these nursing homes. They got nursing homes everywhere. Because they got it like y'all, like they counted y'all out. Because they've learned how to use the dead vote.
Yeah. And they thought they was gonna bring these illegals in
to
saturate our vote where our vote don't count. No, we're not playing these games.
No, we're not playing them no more.
All right, y'all.
So thank y'all for everybody.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Yeah, so love y'all. Happy Memorial Day. Thanks for everybody who still serving in the military. Right. We appreciate you all and things like that. Love you all. Please share this and please make sure you all come out. We want it to be like the Million Man March, how that was in Washington. But we are fighting for us. All right. Love y'all. All right. Bye-bye.